What's up, YouTube? This is Elder Sage here, coming at you with a top 10. And I want to say before anything goes down, if you get easily offended by anybody's opinion or you just don't like to hear them, this is your time to leave. But for all who decides to stay, now, I wanted to make this list a little bit fair because if we were to include like those crazy Uramons like Deoxys, Mewtwo, it would be a bit like crazy. I mean, I know Rayquaza is freaking epic, but I wanted to make this one a bit more fair, I guess. But anyways, the number 10 spot, it has to go. I couldn't really decide which one to put, but I love both of them, so I decided to make it into a double spot, and it is Magmar and Electivire. Like, they just completely fit together, especially in my mind, and also because they both came out during the same like generation. They were like post evolutions to the ones we already had. Now Magmar, I always wish it was just a tiny bit stronger because it always felt like a bit underwhelming, but in the anime it's freaking epic. Like, it always had that crazy look. It was like a Pokemon, but it's like you thought it was just something else, but it wasn't fully a Digimon. You just don't even know. And Electivire also had that crazy look too. Like, they both just looked strong and they got the crazy grin on the face. It just added to just the beast mode of it. Competitively, Electivire, he's pretty dope too. Just watch out for the little earthquakes. We can't be taking none of that. Number 9. This one has to go to Rhyperior. This one also is part of like their little trio, the After Evolutions, which Nintendo gotta give us some for Sun and Moon. But Rhyperior, it needs to be here because just look at this rock record. If you really wanted to break down a Rhyperior, it looks like a freaking big black like construction worker, which has like a growler, or what is it, golem, put to his chest. Like, it's just freaking epic. This thing is completely off the chains. Like, just look at it. It's freaking, it's dope. That's just what it is. It's dope. Number 8, Garchomp. Come on now. We all know Garchomp. There is no way. I mean, I can't even say that because I used to think that Garchomp was a bit kind of like ugly and like it looked really crazy back in Diamond and Pearl, but it's just something that really grew on me. Like, honestly, it's a freaking shark that can fly. It doesn't get more epic than that. And Cynthia, she basically was kicking everybody's ass. It was just looking freaking OP in the dang anime. No wonder why it was like Uber and like Diamond and Pearl. It was just freaking insane. Now number 7. This one goes to my boy Tyranitar. We go way back, and it's just, I guess the memories that it comes with is what makes it like so high on this list. You know, back in those days you had to go around looking for freaking Larvitar. It was freaking insane. And then once it evolves into a shitty Larvesta, you were just like, your head, like your mind was just like, you were so disappointed. But then once it evolved into freaking Tyranitar, you knew it was all worth it. Like that was just the time where you just knew life had like a point. Number 6. This one goes to Salamence. Now, this one also has a Tyranitar struggle. You have to go through a dang Shelgon, and you're just like, yo, is this worth it? Like, you don't know what's going to happen. But when it evolved into a Salamence, you know your whole life and dreams, everything that you ever wanted is just here now. This thing, it's just so epic. Like, it flies, it shoots flames, and this has to be like one of my favorite lines in the anime, when it just goes, Salamence Hyper Beam! The dub kind of sucks, but we just don't see any hyper beams like that these days. It was one of the lines that Nintendo paid close attention to. Number 5. Now, this one is another shared spot because I just love both the same, but it has to go to Charizard and freaking Infernape. Now, Charizard, it don't matter if it's the X, Y, Z version, whatever you want to call all of them, they're all freaking dope. Ash's Charizard, that one is freaking, it's just the personality of it. It also adds to just how dope it is. It has like the rebel look and everything, and it's basically just like a fire type done right. unlike freaking Reshiram or something. And Infernape has always been the OG. You know, it earned the stripes fighting Electivire. It was just a freaking badass. It was like a crazy Tiki warrior shooting flames and everything. It was just epic. And the ability Blaze that it just showcased, like, it made you want to use Infernape in everything that you had. Every team, everything. It's definitely top 5 material for sure. According to me, at least. Number 4, Nidoking. Now, this is one of those mons that go all the way back. Something about these poison types just ooze fire. Again, you can't go wrong with Spikes. It's like a Pokemon that's just done right. Like, it's not too over the top and it's not too regular. It's just in the middle and everything just connects. Especially because maybe this was like the early stages of Pokemon, so Nintendo, they knew they had to get this shit right. And they did, to be honest. Number 3, Kyurem. Especially Kyurem Black. Auto forms are pretty sick, but it's like Kyurem Black takes the cake by like a long shot. It's just flames. It's not even... I used to think that it wasn't even a Pokemon, more like a Digimon, but it's like Garchomp. Like, the more I saw it, the more it pulled me in. It's just completely flames. Like, this just looked freaking like epic on a whole different scale. Number 2 has to be Greninja. Now, I know it's just a frog, but it's a ninja frog, and something about it just, it reminds you of like Charizard. It has the same personality, sort of. But when it bonds with Ash with that little fusion thing, you just be like, yo, this thing is just looks crazy, man. Like, it's on a whole new level. Like, I want to fuse with Pokemon too. Keep it up, Nintendo. Let us all fuse. Number 1 spot. This one, it took a whole lot of thinking and everything. But this one mon, every time that you think about a ghost type, I know a lot of you guys think about Gengar. Now, Gengar, there's something just so nice about it. It's such a simple design, but that's what it's his strength. It's so simple yet so dope. It's just like this, it kind of made the standard for just epic mons. It has like the timeless design, just a round little circle, has them crazy red eyes. It's just freaking epic. It's amazing, honestly. Nintendo, this is one of your best designs ever. Even though you didn't have to do nothing crazy, you didn't have to follow a template of like a friggin' ice cream, you just nailed it on that one. Now, I know I couldn't get everybody's favorite Pokemon in here, but I want you guys to comment down below what you guys think should be on the list, and maybe in a future video it'll be updated. But this was my top 10, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And here are some honorable mentions. There's so many Pokemon, but I honestly, and it's impossible to get them all. It's about 700. Trying to make like a list of 10, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, this is Elder Sage. I'm out.